Hello everyone, welcome again. I am Seriosity, and I'm bringing you another StarCastTV cast. Today it's going to be a little bit interesting. We have Ty, formerly known as Baby, as the Terran player. And then here we are top right on Shakura's Temple, and in bottom right we have Motive. As our Protoss player, it's going to be a TvP. Now Motive is a top level amateur, lower level pro you could say. Definitely not someone you're going to see in ASL, but someone who's always basically almost there. They'll go to qualifiers, probably get to the end of their group, and they'll face a much stronger pro and unfortunately not make it. But definitely a high level player, someone who's going to be around that 2700 MMR consistently, no problem. And then we have Ty, who recently started playing again. Many years ago, he was known as Baby, and he was a very strong up-and-coming Terran player. Now he's back. He's playing Broodwar. He's being coached by Flash, and he's already looking pretty strong. So let's see how he stacks up against Motive. It's like Motive is gonna go for. Let's see if we see a probe. There we go. Gonna go for that 10 gate. Very normal. Ty. Being coached by Flash, probably the best thing you could do for someone who already has extremely strong mechanics, and some of it does come translates directly over from StarCraft 2, but he also played StarCraft at a high level even before then, so it's not surprising to see him doing so well. He did play a show match recently against Terra, the Zerg, Korean Zerg player, and he won pretty convincingly. The score was 2-1, but the games he won were very, very dominant. So we have Barracks at the front, no gas quite yet, and Motive did scout pretty quickly, so he's going to see that it's going to be Rax expand most likely. Depot here will make it easy to Sim City against a Zealot, and then the command center on top. Probe arrives, is going to bother this SCV a bit. Nice block here at the ramp, just harassing this probe a little. And there's a depot at the front. Like I said, Marines can fit through this gap, and Zealots cannot, so it makes it very, very effective against Zealots. It's going to be straight into core and pretty fast gas, even for the command center, and I think Motive did see that. And this is just going to be so he can get a factory up faster. He's still going to expand really quickly, just not as quickly. And this is something you've seen, and it's slightly safer than just a Rax expand. Of course, your economy is a little bit worse, but it's perfectly fine. He's still going to get the command center up faster than the Protoss is going to get their Nexus. Now here's the interesting moment. Are we going to go factory or bunker first? I'd say because we scouted Protoss, we feel pretty confident in going. Oh, no, looks like bunker does go down first, so we're backing a little bit of gas here. Oh, interesting position for the Dragoon to pop out. In StarCraft, the way it works is that units pop out of only a specific location, but if you block that, like the core is here, they're going to be forced somewhere else, and that's why the Dragoon popped out there. That's why you have to be careful when you make factories. You don't make a block of 9, because then the factory in the middle is not going to make produce anything. The unit can't come out. And we have double factory follow-up, and the SCV looping back around at around 4 minutes to see if there's an expansion. Pretty normal. Looks like Motive went 1 Dragoon Nexus. Standard. Let's see the robo timing. There's the robo, and Ty made an extra Marine. It's pretty safe to go with 2 Marines. 1 Marine, on the other hand, they could just ignore the Marine fire. Sometimes that really bites you back. You're cutting that extra Marine, getting those extra 50 minerals to do something a little bit quicker, but exposes you elsewhere. First Dragoon here pressuring the bunker. This is going to happen until the first tank is out. And here's the SCV rescout. And Motive is actually able to block the ramp. Can he wait for a Dragoon to pop out? It's going to be close. Nope. Looks like the SCV sneaks on through. Third Dragoon arrives, so we're going to need that third SCV. And we're getting tanks in siege mode here. So he gets that full scout, sees the second gateway following up. Ty has to be careful. Shuttle right away, so it's going to be some kind of re-replay, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is. Nope, it's going to be an observatory. Siege mode about to be complete. It just finished, and Ty hanging around with that SCV. He can always re-scout. There's a shuttle almost done. Let's see what else is in his base. Does he have an academy or an armory? Nope. Second gas started. Dragoon hunting for that third SCV. So it's going to be shuttle, observer, and then Reaver follow-up, and a couple's out. So we're only on 4 Dragoons. This is actually a little bit worrying, because Ty is coming for a timing attack. You can see because he's still making Marines. He had these 2 initially, now he's adding more, and he's going to go, I think, with a pretty fat timing. We're still only making tanks, haven't started the Vulture upgrades quite yet. The Vulture upgrades will indicate he's ready to move out. And third Nexus from our Protoss player before the Observer gets to Terran's base. This is extremely risky, and it's gonna be pretty hard for him to hold this push. And here we go, first Vulture upgrade on the way, and looks like we're gearing to go out on the map. It's gonna be 5 tanks, 5 Marines, 6 tanks, 5 Marines, and then Vulture reinforcement. And Motive gets a 1 Dragoon cut down. Oh, and this one's already in the low. He can't even abuse these high grounds. He just has such a large army deficit. And this Reaver is taking forever. Where's the Reaver? It's about to be complete. But look at this push. It's already at his natural, basically. And this map is difficult for Protoss to engage when Terran is on these high grounds. Motive trying to get behind the army, and this could be smart if he can just delay it. Like, the reinforcements aren't going to be able to go directly. He's laying mines. He's got to be careful, though. These tanks are just creeping forward. Looks like he's going to try to lay a bunker down at this natural. In front of this wall, these pylons are going to supply block him as well if he loses them. The push is already here. We have the Reaver. We have some Zalots. He's adding gateways now. Again, he did go for a fast third. He has to be very, very patient here. The Dragoons are nicely positioned here. You see the Vultures have to go a roundabout path to get to him. Observer in the turret range, and we have a bunker at the front to help out. So this is just a ton of damage here for Ty. All he needs is 1 tank in Nexus range, and that'll force Protoss to engage. This one even getting some probes, and this is very, very awkward for Motive now, and we see Ty following up. Actually went armory, and he's getting a 3rd command center, so not even very all in from him. He is going to follow us up with macro if he doesn't end the game with this push, and there's a Nexus actually about to go down. Reaper gets a nice scarab shot there, but he does lose the Nexus, and even though this 3rd is there, he can't actually send probes over to it. So just a very nice timing there from Ty, and following this up nicely. You see he hasn't missed a beat on SCV production. And the shuttle heads out. It does have 2 Reavers, but just 1 shuttle is not going to be enough. Nicely positioned turrets, of course, and that shuttle gets kicked away. Now, you could use the shuttle to defend this 3rd base. Looks like that's what he's gonna do. That's what he's gonna do with that. He's making an extra shuttle, and this will be useful to get these Zalots out on top of the tanks. He could probably break this if he goes right before this army arrives. He's on a timer here. He doesn't have too many observers though, because he's made non-stop Reavers and shuttles. And he lost his initial observer. Looks like Ty is just going to take this 3rd base. Not looking to reinforce this aggressive position quite yet. Nope, looks like he is heading over there. Some probes being shuttled over. But again, this is just all a little too slow. The contain is going to be reinforced. We have the barracks helping out. Mines in front of the tanks. Front of supply blocked yet again. No Zealot speed in sight, but we do have 2 shuttles. If he can sandwich this army, that's probably his best bet to limit the splash of the tanks. And there's not that much support for the tanks. And here you go. Looks like he's going out with the 2 shuttles. Only has 2 Dragoons on side, unfortunately. The Reavers dropping in range of the low ground tanks, unfortunately. Looks like he's able to kill most of the tanks. Only 1 tank left, but he loses 2 Reavers. He loses a shuttle, and there's a GG. So very, very quick game from Tai, executing that nice timing attack. And you see he was following this up with very good macro. And looking forward to seeing more games from him. See what kind of level he can get to in such a quick time. He's already shown he can beat top level amateurs. So next step is the big names. See you all next time. This was Seriosity with another StarCast TV cast.